Alright, so now I'm going to take off. Okay, let's check. Let's go to Hyperlapse and then basically go to the one here, waypoints. And then when you have that one, you can set your waypoints. So let's say I go a little bit lower so it doesn't, and let's do it, let's go here. And maybe we can start like this. Let's make this one the first one. You see now the angle too small. So now I'm going to the second point where I want it to be. Now you see angle too large with this because here. But you can do it actually like this. And here you can put the second one. Now I'll go all the way back. Okay, let's see that one. Let's say I start from here, and let's do this as the first one. Not sure if this will be okay, but let's try. Now you can set how long you want the hyperlapse to be. So I want let's say 9 seconds, and an interval of every 4 seconds there will be, or yeah, let's do every 4. Okay, not working on every 4. So let's do it like this, but let's go just a little more back so I can make the hyperlapse a little bit longer. Okay, so we're going from here. Now let's add another one. Okay, and now we can make it longer. Let's make it a hyperlapse of 15 seconds. And every 3 seconds there will be a photo taken, but it's maybe, oh, let's do every 2 seconds. 350 frames, 14 seconds. And now the thing that you do is you can basically go to reverse, and so it means it starts from the last point, not from the first one. And then you can also, if you want, you can save it here. And if you want to do some other day, like do this in the winter or during the day, you can also do that and save it here. Alright. So now when you're ready, set up basically all the options. Let's say like this. Oh, that's a little bit too much ISO. Okay. And now you can start it. And it will take 350 photos in 11 minutes. Those are raw photos, so you can basically then change everything in Lightroom. So basically all the photos that you have in the hyperlapse folder should be imported into Lightroom. So then you basically have like this, you see a library, and there are like 350 photos. So the first one is here, so I started basically here above these buildings, and photo 350 ends here. Let's take the first one. Like I said, I already edited the photos, so I'm going to take the first one, I'm going to reset it, and this is how the original looked. What I mostly do is, because you see the highlights are a little bit harsh, so I take down the exposure a little bit and the highlights, and then I bring up the shadows, like to get these dark parts here more exposed. Okay, like that. And let's give it a little bit of exposure and add some contrast. Okay, I still think here it's a little bit too bright, but okay, let's do it like this. And then I bring down the temperature a little. I kind of like these bluish tones, you know. Then you can add a little bit of vibrance to make it pop a little bit more. Let's bring down like this. Let's add a little bit more contrast. The shadows are a little bit maybe too much, but okay. I mean, it isn't so grainy. It's still great. So this is the before and after. Let's see if it, yeah, it actually looks almost the same like the photo that I edited before. Only thing that I did on this one, as I can remember, is I took the photo and brought the shadows a little bit back here, and maybe there is a little bit less contrast. Now they kind of look the same as the one that I edited before. Still I can add a little bit of like this. Okay, this is like really nice, as you can see. And what you can do also, go down here and do some noise reduction. I actually never really like looked into the theory of this, but this is kind of how I do it, and mostly it works out. I just tweak it a little bit. But yeah, Lightroom is mostly like, I don't know, I use Lightroom for years, but like, I mean, years is like since I'm 17 or something, so I think I'm using it for 14 years. So I already know it really good. All right, so look like this. This is kind of the same that I had before, but I will take this one. Okay, so now you have edited the photos. Sorry, I mine already basically all already pasted, but you do Shift, Command C, and you take like you did the copy settings. You take all the settings for the first photo, and then how I do it, I go to Library. Sometimes when you don't, sometimes you choose Library, stay here. You have to go here on the grid. That's the best way. Then you take the second photo, because the first one is the one that you edited, but you can edit whatever photo you want, or the photo you want to edit, so it's really up to you. Then you go completely down to the last one, you hold Shift, you click it. Oh, what happened? Yeah. Is it like this? Okay, Shift and click the first one, and then basically you do Shift, Command, and V for paste. And then the settings of the first photo will be pasted on all the photos that you have, like in the series for the hyperlapse. And once you're done, you select all the photos, you go to File, Export, and I choose here 1000K. That's basically 1 megabyte per photo. So I think that's more than enough. And as you can see, every photo is under 1 megabyte, and some are 1 megabyte. But if you open it up, I mean, this is more than enough. If you want bigger files, you can do that, but I don't think that it's really necessary. Not for this purpose. Of course, if you want to like use this for some print or whatever, then it is. But other than that, okay. Now, the next step is Davinci Resolve. So I go into Davinci. Okay. So in Davinci, you basically have like a new project settings. What I do is I use vertical resolution. I keep it on 24 frames per second. For some reason, I don't know why, if you import the hyperlapse, it's on 24 frames per second. You can change it, but I just leave it like that because for me it looks really smooth. I didn't have any issues on Instagram or whatever. So I just save it, and then you have to pay attention here because you have to go to media down here. Okay, this is the first hyperlapse that I had. I'll delete that one. Okay, delete. Okay. All right, so this is the place. You can still see the old hyperlapse here open, but doesn't matter. Now, what do? All the photos that you have exported from Lightroom, you take them and you drag them here. But there is one important thing that you cannot forget. And before you basically do this, you have to go here on these three dots. And on frame display mode, you have to choose sequence. If you don't do this, the photos won't be basically imported as a video. They will be imported as photos. So you will have 350 photos over here. So once you have this, you can take the hyperlapse, you put it in here into the media pool. And as you can see, now you have it here. You take it and you can put it here. And the hyperlapse is 14 seconds. That's basically how I wanted it to be. So now, when you press play, as you can see, it's a little bit wobbly now, but I will show you what you can do. And this is how the hyperlapse looks. Bang. Okay, looks nice, right? Great. So, still, if you want to, you can still edit it a little bit here also, because there is still some possibilities. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll take this and like put the highlights still a little bit lower. You can still edit it here also, so you can like go into the notes and still like edit a little bit if you want to. It's up to you. Okay, so next thing we can do is go into the stabilization here. If I have to be honest, I don't think that the stabilization in DaVinci Resolve is really good. But if you don't have Adobe Premiere or After Effects, I think this is the only thing that you will have to like accept. What I mostly do, I try always similarity or translation. I never do the perspective, sorry, for hyperlapses. I only use this for handheld footage with the camera, and there it looks really good most of the times. But okay, so let's see how it turns out. Maybe for once it will be pretty okay. Who knows? Let's see that. All right, so now it's analyzed, and let's see how it looks. Actually, it's pretty good. I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, this looks pretty neat. I mean, for most purposes, it's really good. Not sure, maybe try translation. Let's see what that does. Maybe it will be a little bit better there. Okay, this is with translation, and as you can see, it's much worse. I see it's wobbly, and the tower looks like jello, so I wouldn't use it here. So I think similarity is the best one right here. And once that is done, yeah, I think similarity looks really good. Like that. This is really nice. All right, cool. This looks really good, actually. I will keep it like this. I will export it this way, but I always also use After Effects after this. If you have some AI upscaling or some AI noise reduction, you can still use that, like Topaz. But I think mostly. One more thing. For once, I think that the tower is really nice in the middle. I don't really think that I have to change the perspective of this, but I will show you. Yeah, I think I actually really like it how it looks now. But what you can do, guys, when you go here, like position, and you click on this little like square, then basically you have the first position, it is here. But let's say that for some reason you weren't like completely in the middle, and the the tower was moving to some other side or whatever. So you can go here. All right, so let's say that the tower for some reason wasn't in the middle. You're here on 0, you can click on this part and you see this is like the first dot, that's 0. And you can basically go wherever you want. And just once you start moving it, you see there is like a second one that appeared there. I'm just going to show you like to the extreme so you see what it does. And as you can see, it moves automatically to where you want it. So this is really handy if you want to keep like a subject in the middle. I use it actually almost all the time, mostly for Instagram then, because yeah, you don't need it if you shoot mostly like in horizontal. But yeah, let's see how it actually looks in horizontally. If I go to project settings and I do it like this, yeah, you have to zoom it a little bit because this is like a different aspect ratio. It's not 16:9. So let's see how it looks. Okay, I actually really like this. This looks really cool. This looks beautiful. Basically, I like it much more like this way because you see all this background and everything. But yeah, for the purpose of for Instagram Reels, it's vertical. But I will also export it's in horizontal so you can also see it how it looks. So use vertical resolution. Okay, so how do I export? Oh, sorry. Okay, I export H265. I mean, I do it all the time, or most of the times. Like I leave this all the same and restrict to 35,000 kilobytes per second. So that's 35 megabits per second. Okay, so add this to the render queue. Portable. Okay, and then render all. And now my hyperlapse is being rendered. So I also like to use After Effects at the end to make it still like a little bit smoother. So I import it into After Effects and you can still see some wobbles here. So what I do, I go to Warp Stabilizer. You can also do this in Premiere. So that's one of the reasons why I like to have still Premiere and After Effects. Okay, and what I do, I leave everything the same except for smoothness. I put it on 10%, maybe a little more if you still need to put it more, but let's see how that looks. All right, so as you can see now, it's analyzing in the background and it will be done in 5 seconds. And then we can see how the video looks. Now it should be stabilized. And this looks really nice now. Also, actually, you don't have to use the stabilization in Davinci Resolve. If you have this one, you can just use this one here. But for me, I will just keep it like this. I think it looks really neat. So that's that. I hope that I helped you a little bit, that I explained how to make these hyperlapses. If you have some questions, put them in the comments below. I really did my best, like to do it as best as I could, and like to explain like everything. If there are still some things unclear, please ask me and I will try to explain them, okay? Because it took me also a while like to figure out how to make this the way it looks like this, okay? Thank you for watching. Give me a subscribe, leave a comment below. It will really help like to grow my channel, because I want to make more and more videos for you. So if I'm motivated and I see that you guys enjoy my content, I will make more of it. Okay, thank you guys. See ya.